Welcome. This video is going to walk through the course outline and schedule for CIT 15. As I open it up, the very top you'll see the header that has all my contact information. Probably the most important thing up there is my email address. Below that you'll see a breakdown of week to week for each of the weeks in the semester. Notice that there are items that are highlighted in yellow. That means there's something that is due at that time. And so you can scroll down and see all the various due dates that you have for assignments throughout the semester at any time from this document. In week 1, pay close attention. There are two things you need to make sure you accomplish. You must get My IT Lab registered no later than Wednesday 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, August 17th, or you would be dropped as a no-show. And My IT Lab, which cost about $80, has to be paid for by Saturday 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, August 20th, or you would be dropped from the class. No temporary accounts will be allowed after August 20th. In week 2, if you take a look at here and stuff, you would review your weekly announcements folder and then go through. You have 2 assignments, a Windows 10 training. The trainings will actually teach you about Windows 10. I do not record any of the scores on trainings at all in your final grade. However, when you're ready, you take the Windows 10 assessment. Those I do record in your grade, and that has to be completed on week 2 by 9 p.m. on Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, August 27th, as well as watch the narrated PowerPoint from Chapter 1 in the e-textbook, and actually read all of Chapter 1 in that textbook. Now, week 3, you'll actually take the quiz on Chapter 1. It's a 25-question quiz, and that must be completed by 9 p.m. September 3rd. Okay. Now, the first 3 weeks are very, very simple, very little work and stuff, but everything else is going to start building from there. Pay close attention to weeks like here, week 7. You have 4 quizzes covering 4 chapters, as well as a hands-on lab test that's due that week. You have 3 items that are like that throughout the semester: week 7, week 11, and then eventually down here week 16. And then everything will culminate in week 18 when you take your comprehensive final for this class. Now, below the schedule, you'll see some things like this. Here, expected response time for email questions. If you email me anytime between Monday through Thursday during the work week, I will try to get back to you within 24 hours. However, if you email me on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you should not expect to have a response time until the following Monday. As your instructor, I am not available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay? So if you have some issues or some questions, you need to address those Monday through Thursday, or not expect a response until the following Monday. Requirements for this class: you need to have a PC or a Mac. Tablets, smartphones, and Chromebooks will not work for this class. If you're using a Mac computer, you would be required to have Windows and Microsoft Office 2013 for Windows, which is going to require you to install something like Boot Camp or VMware. If you don't do that, then you will not be able to do this class because you will not be able to complete the assignments. Microsoft Office 2013, 2016 would work for Windows, so that it includes Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. So those are going to be required for assessments and tests. Reliable high-speed internet access. And then you must, again, purchase My IT Lab. It is a simulation software and an e-text all-in-one. Now, there's 2 ways to get it. Purchase option number 1, you can take this link. When you look at your welcome letter, I will have your official course ID number. That will get you a discount. Basically, the simulation and the ebook will be combined, a total of $80. If you would like to have a hard copy of the textbook in addition to the ebook, then don't choose option 1, choose option 2. Purchase it from the bookstore, because it will include, in addition to the ebook, a printed hard copy. It'll be about $30 or so more. Okay. Next one, tech support. I am not your tech support person. If you have some issues with My IT Lab, you need to take it up with them. If you have a problem with an assignment or submitting something, that is a My IT Lab question. If you're having problems with your email, if you're having problems with the wireless here on campus, I also gave you the Fresno City College tech support number as well. Fresno City College provide students with Microsoft Office 365 for Windows for free, as well as free email. So you should have a student email account. If you haven't set one on, you should set that up, because you should use your student email account when you're registering for My IT Lab. In addition, you can get the link here to the free version of Microsoft Office 365. Attendance and drops, okay? For an online class, attendance will be taken weekly by completing assessments, quizzes, and tests. So basically, you'll have something you'll have to accomplish every week. If you don't do anything during that week, one of those kinds of activities, then that would count as an absence for that week. If you have 2 absences or 2 weeks where you haven't done anything in the first 9 weeks of this class, you would be dropped. If you're a face-to-face student, of course, attendance is taken every time you come to class. Face-to-face classes meet twice a week, and so you have a total of 4 absences, which would equal the same 2-week period. You would be dropped. As I mentioned above already, that you have to have My IT Lab registered no later than August 17th, and it has to be fully paid for by August 20th. And so you make sure that if you don't do those things and stuff, you would be dropped from the class. If you decide to drop the class yourself, you can do so all the way up to the 9-week deadline. You don't need my permission. Grading policies. There are 13 chapter quizzes, and then your homework, which is Windows, Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. There will be 3 hands-on lab tests and a comprehensive final. So a total of 1,200 points using a standard grading scale. Regarding the assignments here, there's a My IT Lab training, which includes learning aids. It's actually going to teach you how to use Windows or Word. It'll take you through step by step. There's little videos that you actually can watch and practice ways of going through it. I don't record any of the scores for the trainings. I consider it to be a learning curve. You can take that as many times as you want as you're learning that. However, when you're ready, you take the assessments. Now, the assessments you can take a total of 3 times. The assessments are the points that I will use to calculate your letter grade for the class, okay? So, for instance, Microsoft Windows is 100 points. Word, Excel, and Access actually have 4 lab chapters for the assessments. I made each chapter 100 points, but I will take an average. So 100 for each 4 chapters. That's 400 divided by 4. That will be an average of Word, Excel, and Access. PowerPoint is a straight 25-point system. Okay, so that means there's 425 points total for the assessment homeworks. Quizzes are typically multiple choice and true false from the textbook. The hands-on test would basically require you to take the test live in the application. That's why you have to have Microsoft Office 365 for Windows on your computer. You would download a starting file, complete a series of tasks, and then you can upload that. It'll score it. You can review your scores. And if you'd like to take it again, I can let you take it a total of 3 times. And again, I'll keep your highest grade for that class. Okay? Quizzes and tests and finals are open book for an online class. It is not open book for the face-to-face class. The final exam is comprehensive of the entire book. And pay close attention here. There are no makeup assignments for this class. The assignments, as I mentioned before, each student must be able to complete the assessments and the trainings and the hands-on test. I highlighted all the due dates up at the top in yellow so it's easy to spot. Okay? Technical difficulties, either computer, viruses, internet-related, are not valid excuses for not completing an assignment. So if you miss a deadline, you will get a 0 for that assignment, regardless of whether or not there were technical difficulties. This is very important. I am not your tech support. Okay, and so if you have problems and you can't get the assignments done, please understand you will just receive a 0 for that assignment, that quiz, that test, that final, whatever it may be. Okay? If you're planning on cheating or plagiarizing from this class, please read this policy, because if a student is found violating a cheating or plagiarizing, they'll be dropped or failed from the class. General policies. I reserve the right to change the schedule assignments, and I would notify you either through the notifications or through emails. If you don't have access to a computer, you can use the computer lab over in the library, but it is a kind of a first come, first served service, and they had limited hours. Finally, if you need some assistance on the American Disabilities Act, please contact our Disabled Student Services program here. If you're a face-to-face student, we don't allow food or drink or smoking around the building, and no children will be allowed in the classroom. I hope this gives you a basic understanding. You'll be referring to this course outline document quite a few times as you go throughout the semester as to what's going on from week to week. All right, well, good luck and have a good day.